What's up, guys? So I've seen a couple newish motovloggers, I suppose, doing their top 10 video games. Now I don't know if I'll do exactly 10, but I'll name a couple new games that I like. When I say new, I mean relatively new. I'm not talking about childhood games and stuff like that. I'm talking about specifically games that I enjoy now. Now for number 1, I would have to go with Dragon Age. That's a game developed by BioWare. They're known for making good RPGs and stuff like that. Dragon Age has a great story, great quest, side quest, everything. It's just one of those games, I think it's more for older people. It has an older feel to it for role-playing games. For number 2, I would have to say Mass Effect is definitely, it's one of the best games I've played. Now it's very similar to Dragon Age. It's developed by BioWare, so it has the same feel to it. Dragon Age was set in the past, where Mass Effect is set towards the future. Looking for some spots to ride at. But Mass Effect also has quests, and it's story based on the decisions you make affects the story. Number 3 is gonna have to be The Witcher. Oh wow, this stuff is low. Make sure it doesn't grab the mic. The Witcher is also like the first 2 games I picked. It's also an RPG. It's story driven. Lots of side quests. Oh, loose dirt. Supermoto tires, love it. It's made by a different company though. They're a great company for PC gamers. They don't do terrible ports. They do everything by the books. Great company. I believe it's CD Projekt Red? Something along those lines. But they're a great company. Warm outside, but as long as I'm moving, I should be pretty good. Number 4 would be Metro, the entire Metro series. Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. That game's awesome. Great story, great gameplay, and it's very dark. It's a shooter game, but it's one of those games that you put on the hardest difficulty and just play it. Like on the hardest difficulty, I forget what it's called, but you gotta ration your ammo, you got to use a gas mask whenever you go to the surface, and you gotta be careful with your health. You die very easily. So it's a great game. For number 5, I would say the Fallout series by Bethesda. They're known for the Elder Scrolls like Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, Daggerfall, and stuff like that. So Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas definitely deserves top 5 for me. It's like a post-apocalypse game. No zombies or anything, but the world was new. It's set in the future. And people were living underground, and then eventually they resurfaced and had to survive based on that. So that's definitely my top 5. Number 6, well, let me get around this loose sand, would be Batman, the Arkham series. I believe there's 3 titles, but those Batman games are great. I'm sure a lot of you have played them. I mean, if you're watching a video called Top 10 Video Games, then you've definitely heard of them. Oh. I'm on Supermoto tires, so I'm just going slow because I'm out here by myself. Number 7 would be, wow, the Assassin's Creed series. Now, they made a lot of games, and in my opinion, they're making too many. Gotta watch out for that rock. Now, the reason I think they're making too many is because they started out strong, and now each title's slowly getting worse. They're gonna draw it out too long, and it's gonna become terrible. They're gonna end on a bad note rather than a high note. Alright, I'm sure I'm losing count a bunch of times, but number 8 would be BioShock. Oh, rear brake, rear brake. Now, BioShock's terrific. They've made 3 titles. Like the latest one, BioShock Infinite, fell in love with it immediately. I loved it much more than BioShock 1 and 2. Some people call that a scary game. I suppose it can be. I mean, when BioShock 1 and 2 came out, I was pretty young. I'm not sure exactly the year they came out, but I think it was maybe 2006, 2007? I don't even know how old I was then. I can't do math and ride a bike at the same time. Let's see, 6, 12... 12 or 13? I don't know. I'll pull out a calculator after this. So what was that, number 8? Number 9? Wow, I completely ignored that rock. Whatever. Number 9. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm gonna hurt myself. I need to get dirt tires. Number 9, yeah, completely losing track of thought. I'm gonna have to redo this video, definitely. So number 9 would be To the Moon. It's an indie game. Now, I'm sure a lot of people don't know of it, but it's a pretty small title. It took me about 2 hours to beat it, I believe. But the game's great. The story is terrific. And I think a lot of people are known to cry during the gameplay. So even though it's a short game, only 2 hours, it's a cheap game anyway. I think I only paid like $2 for it or something like that. And for number 10, I would say Tomb Raider. Now, I played all the Tomb Raider games, all the old ones. Those ones are more puzzle-solving games. You get trapped in the room, you gotta find your way out, you gotta activate switches. Lara Croft. So Laura or Lara? I think it's Lara, L-A-R-A. But the newest title, the Reboot series, they did in 2013. They did a great job. Now, they ventured away from the original roots of the title, but they stuck with some of it. They added small hints into it that if you played the old games, you would like it and you would remember it. But those were my top 10 games. Hopefully it turns out pretty good, because writing and talking at the same time is difficult, especially when stuff gets loose like that. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.